This is TWiT.
Here we go. Galaxy time.
I will say from the leaks that we've seen, the leak renders, I like the color choice.
Copper's great. I love the copper. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did a nice shiny with the old Note. This nice shiny kind of multicolored back that I liked a lot. Look, it's copper, a green, and a black this time.
Yeah, kind of a frosty look to it as well.
Yeah. Similar screen, 3 cameras in the back, a 3-camera hole punch. Or maybe 2 cameras and something else, a sensor, but very similar alignment to the old Note 20.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's probably a 3-camera array and then a 4th on the side there, and that little black slot that might be like depth of field sort of thing. That would be my guess.
There it is, the Galaxy Note 20.
The 20 has a square bump as opposed to the.
Have always been energized by work and inspired by play.
And bump it is. Looks pretty big.
Play is blurring more than ever. We need to move fluidly between the two. Note 20 was designed to meet this need and
look at the size of that.
It's a new and improved way to optimize time and maximize
the S20 Ultra had a pretty healthy size.
The new Galaxy Note 20 comes in 2 versions, the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. With everything we do on our phones these days.
Okay, so that was an S20 she was standing in front of. All right, that makes sense.
The Note 20 has a 6.7-inch screen, and the Note 20 Ultra has the largest smartphone display yet in our Note series.
Okay, so they're doing the edge on their premium.
The display is the most vivid and
only in the premium. That's interesting.
On a smartphone today.
I never use the edge.
It gives great visibility indoors and outdoors.
I definitely have stopped caring about the curved screen look. I'm more of a fan of the flat right now.
Once you experience the buttery smoothness of a 120 hertz display, it's really hard to go back.
120 hertz. Google also rumored to be doing that with their Pixel 5.
To the Note 20 Ultra. And considering how much you'll be using
it's so great though. 90 hertz or 120 hertz. When you go there, it's really hard. It is really hard to go back.
It's very smooth.
Do notice
Gorilla Glass Victus.
The Note can keep up with busy multitasking lifestyles. It delivers the best of power and the best of productivity. Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra have the fastest processors in the Galaxy series. Advanced chipsets combined with
765 is that the
865 would be the top of the line right now, or would it be 865 plus?
50% charge.
Well, they haven't said, so we'll see what they're using.
Yeah, I mean that would be
fast charging.
The top of the line right now.
In hardware and software with Samsung Knox. If you think about everything that we do on our phones, it's reassuring to know. Cameras are an integral part of the smartphone experience. For me, my gallery has replaced my diary. I use pictures to remember where I went, who I met, and even what I ate. I know a lot of you can relate. We expect our phones to do a lot. And Note 20 cameras are designed to live up to these high expectations. They come with 1 camera on the front,
hole punch selfie,
and 3 in the back.
And then the telephoto wide and ultra wide.
Wide, and telephoto. Okay.
You can get sharp pictures even when the subject is far away, and crisp shots in low light. It's the biggest leap in low light photography in a Galaxy. And as you can see,
that's one thing that really makes the top-of-the-line flagship phones distinct from the medium-priced phones. Is that dark night photography? They're really much better. Miriam Jouar was complaining. She says, "Why is it that all these, like the Edge, just the cameras are terrible at night?"
Yeah,
we're spoiled.
Yeah, to a certain degree, it's an Achilles heel most of the time. And then you have on the other side of that, like a Pixel 3a that does excellent, for $400, does excellent. Yeah, incling astrophotography. That's part of the reason why that phone, the 3a and the 4a are so awesome. Their camera's just solid, even in low light.
These are all the leaks behind her.
Design is one.
Oh, sorry.
Is a combination of everything.
Photography.
So they're calling this bronze, not copper. Let's just get that straight.
Rational and critical thinking. Samsung design put consumer at the center all the time.
You can tell he's a designer because he's wearing a bow tie.
Their needs and address their problem with a methodized process.
He did that or he went to Harvard.
In the age of single genius, we believe in democratization of design process, which is cross-functional
bronze
collaboration.
pen. It's beautiful.
So the main concept of Note20 design is a sustainable premium, which means long-lasting elegance, neither trendy
made out of wood,
nor fleeting.
nor fleeting.
We have studied
The finest
and
cuts of
paid for
cedar.
5 years for the perfect.
I would buy a wood phone.
Mr.
I would.
Bronze was the best color to harmonize.
I had a wood back on one of the motos, right?
And it is gender fluid.
Yeah, it's true.
and
Yeah.
sustainable as
Was
well.
that like bamboo or I
The
can't
Mystic
remember?
Bronze
But
of Note 20 and the Note 20
pretty.
Ultra look the same,
Yeah.
feel the same, but they're different materials made with contrasting methods. For the Note 20 Ultra, we etched the glass to create a satin finish. For the Note 20, on the other hand, we applied a special coating onto reinforced polycarbonate to realize the same look and feel. This way, within a single series,
They
we
look
deliver
the
the
same.
values of both premium and pragmatism. In addition to
Interesting.
Mystic Bronze, we settled on Mystic White, Mystic Gray, Mystic Black.
It looks like the
and
camera
Mystic
bump is
Green.
actually floating off the
Always
phone.
observe, listen, and adapt ourselves to what are happening in our society. Because we believe design is not a trend follower, but we are culture creator.
I will say the manufacturers have made advancements in creating these phones with a plastic material that does not feel cheap. Like they're
So I want to see the 4A because it's a polycarbonate, but I think it's going to feel nice.
Yeah, I think it will too.
At heart, that's
Yeah,
what the Note
absolutely.
is all about. Our friends at Netflix helped us get a glimpse of what life would be like without it.
Busy? Trying to be.
Oh, this is
Doesn't look like
Afterlife. The Ricky Gervais show. This is just a Netflix ad. Yeah, these are all Netflix shows.
Looking for the ham sandwich I left.
3 months of Netflix on the new Note. I don't know. Probably something like that, really. Which, okay.
Check.
In other words, justification for the Netflix app that is pre-installed that you can't remove.
Yeah, that you can't uninstall. And who wants to watch Netflix on a phone? Really? Maybe I'm just old.
People
Space
do.
Force.
You know, again, where are we predominantly right now? We're at home. That's
Not in
where
the subway. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good.
Ha, that's good. Like that.
You'll feel like Pablo Escobar without our new phone.
That's why we designed the Note 20 to empower users. And of course, this is here to help.
Boing.
That's right. It's the S Pen. The S Pen defines the Note
Or as I call it,
experience.
the Spen.
Our engineers have
The
continuously
Spen.
improved and developed it to put more power at your fingertips.
But is it purple?
Here's
I
how.
ask you. Purple? Have you got purple?
Not this time.
Uh-uh.
Are S Pen's interchangeable? Could you throw that
That's a
S
good
Pen
question.
to an earlier version?
They
of
did
Note?
change the design at one point considerably, remember?
Yeah.
But that looks very much like last year's S Pen.
Yeah.
Galaxy Note
Remember,
and S Pen were born to respond
you can't
to
Yeah,
insert
yeah,
these
yeah. Don't
backwards.
do it. Don't do it, Leo. You'll go viral.
Because they are watching more online video than ever before. As
I
engineers,
do remember.
our
Who could
job is
forget?
to realize this vision.
That was the occasion for the redesign, I believe.
And so in 2011,
Yeah, really seemed to be.
Smartphones and the mobile tablet in one device.
I'm surprised more phones haven't adopted this. This really has become Samsung's trademark with the Note. They even like the word phablet. That's an amazing thing.
Reimagined as a truly powerful device. In the early years,
Well, yeah, everybody hopped on the larger phone bandwagon, but you're right. Coming to the stylus, which, yeah, I wonder why that is. Why does Samsung own this? I mean, there are a few phones out there that do it, but I mean, none to the success that Samsung has been able to carve out with the Note series.
Every one of those phones I just saw. Every one of them. And I have to say, I doubt that I've removed this stylus more than a few times over the last year on the S10 Plus. But
you know, that's me too. Like, I enjoy the Note series for all that it does, and I appreciate that the S Pen is there. But I just rarely lean into the S Pen, and
right. I know there's all this cool stuff I could do with it, but
and I know that there's a lot of Note users that they swear by the Note because of the S Pen. I've tried, and I have a real hard time creating a habit around it, which is probably what it is. It's a habitual sort of thing.
Finally drawn on the screen. One of many solutions was the AI-based point prediction. We had our system analyze tens of millions of writing and drawing samples, much more than before. Based on this, the device predicts the next expected point of the S Pen. Since the predicted point should be closer to the real next point than the last point, the process can contribute to decreasing the latency. Also, thanks to a doubling of the display's refresh rate to 120 Hz, the Note 20 screen now shows the data from the S Pen twice as frequently as the Note 10. In the end, we reduced the latency to 9 milliseconds, moving the S Pen one step closer to the natural feeling of writing on paper.
Handwriting on a digital screen was not a common thing 10 years ago, but now it has become a common experience. I think Galaxy Note and S Pen set a kind of new normal.
And thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. High refresh rate, that's great.
I can't understand you. Just one at a time, please.
So far, no new features, right?
I mean, no. Yeah, it really.
Did they have 120 hertz before? I don't. Maybe that's new.
Oh, well, you know what? That is a good question. The S20 Ultra has 100. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember.
I'm sure the 20
has 120 hertz, but you can't run 120 hertz at the maximum resolution, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Maybe that's the difference. Maybe they'll do that here.
New area where the boundaries between work and play are fluid, and some of us are already there. Our next device is all about giving you the flexibility you deserve.
They did not say much.
It will help you to be more productive at work, but
they
also
said almost nothing about new features.
And this is
just like, here's the next
our
one.
all-new Galaxy Tab S7.
Boy, that's a little odd. This is going to be a hard sell if they haven't added anything but 120 hertz refresh rates.